Welcome back to Thursday Lives.
Good morning, everybody.
We're in the workshop today, as
Yes.
you can see. I'm
That's
with
right.
Christian.
I'm Juliet.
I'm Christian. We were practicing our intro. That wasn't very good.
Yeah, no, it wasn't
I was
great.
meant to say I'm Christian.
That's okay.
Anyways, we've got a stunning marquee solitaire, as you guys... Hold on. Here.
Where are we? Over here.
A stunning marquee solitaire
Yes.
up above
Yes,
us.
yes.
And Christian just put the stone in.
Yes.
And we're going to finish it off together.
Perfect.
And feel free to ask questions as we do so. Someone said we love Christian.
Oh, thanks, guys.
So, does anyone want to start us off with a question? Otherwise, we can just explain, or Christian can explain what he's currently doing with this ring. He's filing the claws.
Yeah, we do have a...
Yeah.
It is a Genevieve, for anyone wondering.
Yes. Which we actually, you did a good story yesterday talking about claws and
Yes, we did.
making them really straight and how you line them up as well. Is it different for a marquee stone?
Look, the principles are the same, but where you're using... Obviously, it's a different shape. So each shape has got different facet types, but it's a bit covered now, but I'm hoping with the light you might be able to see it. You've still got that kite facet on the sides, and you've got this, that's a wider, shorter one, and on the ends you've got still got the kite facet, but it's a lot longer and a lot narrower. So you're still using those, as a guide, but each stone changes. Like on a radiant, you don't have that. There's straight lines. So obviously, because it's a square stone or rectangle stone, but you're still using the facets to guide the direction as well as the overall ring. But yeah, it does vary just slightly based on your stone shape.
Mm-hmm. Cute. All right. Can you get a thinner band for a ring of this design? I think it's a 1.8 mil band from the top of my head. So
yeah, you can't. I don't think you can see it obviously at the moment, but I'm pretty sure it comes standard at 1.8. But we don't recommend going any thinner than that because it's not a great. It's not great for durability over time.
You need that.
Yeah, 1.8 is still not that thick. Like
Yeah.
it may seem thick, maybe on the computer, but in person, it's not actually as much as you think it is.
Yeah.
We do want these rings to last a lifetime. So we don't.
You don't want to
You don't
compromise on durability.
and longevity. Yeah, absolutely.
Someone's asking about the engraving.
Yes.
Is there a limit to how many characters? Is it? I think it's 15, I believe.
Yeah, there is. I think it's 15.
Yeah. There is a limit, and that's just band coverage. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's got to do with like how many you can put in the sequence for that inside of the band section. If you're on that cusp limit, just send an inquiry through just to make sure we can get it done. I don't want to say yes, it's 15 every time. If it's
keep going. So
if it's long, if it's a lot of long letters, for example, it may be hard to get all 15 in.
Yeah.
But I think it's roughly 12 to 15 characters.
Yeah. That question from before about the thinner band was actually meant to be thicker.
Oh, yes.
So absolutely, you can go
always,
thicker.
Always
yes.
thicker. That is so
I
on trend.
have been seeing a lot of marquees with thicker bands recently, and I love it.
Yeah.
I think it looks so cool.
So on trend.
Yeah.
Like such a great thing to do because you're just you're really making your statement and you've got a ring that's really going to stand out for forever. Really.
Like there's this one girl on TikTok. I don't know if people are also on engagement ring TikTok if you also watch us. But there's this one girl who has this really, it has to be at least maybe a 4 to 5 mil cigar band. Whoa. And it's got this really massive marquee on it, which again it's got to be at least 4 carats, I think.
North-south or east-west?
North-south.
Oh.
And it's this chunky cigar band, massive marquee, and it's so stunning. I love it so much.
That's actually such a good idea.
Yeah.
I forget the name of the design, but I know we do an east-west in a nice east-west marquee in a nice thick band.
The one that's Hammerset.
Yes.
Franca. I know that name because it's my mum's name. I named it.
There you go. No, that's a really great design as well for a marquee. I'm a big fan of that. genuinely considering it for a wedding band, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Big.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've been noticing that recently as well. Like a lot of our male clients are choosing to put stones in their wedding rings. And
Oh,
again,
why
I
not?
think it's
Yeah, why
cool.
not? If you're gonna
really, really cool.
like, it's if you know, I've heard of, I've seen some clients that they're putting in same shapes as their partner.
Yeah. Yes.
Maybe not necessarily the same size, but
Yeah.
you know, they want to have that kind of matching element as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's a great idea.
Yeah, I love the matching
Great
bands.
idea.
Okay, I've got TikTok comments on this side. I can't see, so I'm gonna read what it says.
Awesome.
Are your ring sizes accurate to Canadian sizes? I guess that's the question. Which, yes, we do. Basically, the ring size is, I guess, the same pretty much everywhere, but it just converts. Is that how it works?
Yeah, it converts as close as possible. It is. There can be a little bit of variance, and you know, size may change based on thickness of your ring, and you know, do your
That's
fingers
true.
swell in heat, or
Yeah.
do they shrink when they're cold? That kind of stuff. But you get a very good indication if you
Yeah.
can get a size. You should be able to convert over and get very much in the vicinity of the size you're after.
Yeah. All right, cool. Someone asked, Christian, what's your favorite setting to make, or any dream designs you want to do? That's a good question.
Ooh. Okay, so we haven't done it yet, right? And I've been saying the same thing for like 12 months. Well, however long this has been going on. I've been doing this
Is
a
it
long
one of
time.
our new ones? Our new designs? No.
I am a big fan of the new designs.
Oh,
the new
okay.
Angelina is like very nice.
yes.
Cigar band, radiant. It's similar
Yeah.
idea to having a nice elongated stone, but you're showing the thickness both ways. But no, it's actually an elongated cushion in a bezel. That would be a really cool idea.
Yeah.
We haven't done.
Yeah.
But it
Wait,
would
do you
be-
mean when you say a bezel? do you
Sorry,
mean-
in like a nice hammer setting.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. So like flush with the ring. Oh, okay.
Like that, or but even
Yeah,
as a
yeah,
high
yeah.
set.
Yeah.
You know, like
because we've got our Billy ring, the elongated cushion bezel. So
Correct.
Not like that.
with the elongated hexagon.
Oh, hexagon. Sorry. In my head, I was.
I was
thinking,
like,
no, you said
yeah.
elongated. Did you not just say
Maybe
elongated?
I might have, but
cushions?
in my head I was looking at a cushion, elongated
okay.
hexagon. But if we do an elongated hexagon in a bezel,
hexagon,
So
yes,
like
that
Billy,
would
but
be
with an
cool.
elongated
Yeah.
hexagon, really cool.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a lot of fun.
I think we actually, hot take, we've got something coming
Whoa.
very similar.
Well, some people know more than I do around here, so that's pretty cool. Hey.
We've got one coming for a marquee,
Oh.
which is very similar silhouette.
Oh, that's
I guess.
awesome. Yeah, absolutely.
So-
Hoping that like if true, I'm thinking that'll be a really great idea. and go really well.
I have seen
Whoa.
the mock-up.
Whoa.
and it-
Hang on. Are we allowed to
Kudos.
leak stuff or?
No, but don't tell production.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, that's fair enough.
I'm just
Sometimes
hyping everyone
it's-
up for what's coming.
Um,
All right. Okay, so is that your dream setting? And
Um,
what's your favorite setting?
so my favorite setting
To make
at the
or to set?
moment. Ooh, it's really hard. I don't know. Look, they're all really enjoyable. Like
Yeah.
they're not. I'm a big radiant person, so
Yeah.
a lot of the radiant designs are like this Angelina one.
Yeah.
I'm a really big fan of. I really like.
The
I like the geometry.
cigar band.
Yeah, I like the proportions of the whole thing as well. But
Do you have any tips for choosing a radiant stone? Since
I do.
Christian proposed with a radiant
Yes.
cut stone.
I
And how long did it take you? Or how long did you
look for a diamond for.
look and
and
ponder
just
over diamonds?
It took me, no word of a lie, 12 months. I pondered and looked and looked and looked until I was happy.
Yeah.
My advice is work out your personal preference. Do you like
Yeah.
a little bit shorter not as elongated, but a little bit wider, or do you want it a little bit longer and a little bit thinner? Both are okay. There's no problem either way. It just depends on what you and your partner like in a radiant diamond. And to spend time looking at it and turning it and look at that scintillation back at you. That's my best advice, because I look for something that was going to really sparkle and scintillate at me from as many angles as possible. and I was really fixed on I wanted
a certain ratio.
Yeah, I was looking at that 1.5 ratio. So I really wanted that nice medium, like really angular size. But like I said, it's just a personal preference.
Yeah.
But that's my ideal.
Do you recommend platinum or yellow gold prongs for a solitaire marquee on a yellow gold band? I need help to decide.
Both are great choices. Both are very... You could pick either one and not have a problem.
Yeah.
In my opinion. If you like the two-tone look, no problem. Go with platinum. If you're not confident that you really like the two-tone and go yellow, you're not making a bad choice at all.
Yeah.
Like, this one is all yellow.
Yeah.
And, like, no problem. There's...
Yeah.
Both are really... Like I said, both are really good options.
Yeah.
So, it really just comes down to... With platinum claws, you notice them a little bit less because you don't notice the color. But if you like the yellow gold, you like the look that it's all cohesive, great, go yellow. Like there's no real bad choice on that one, in my opinion.
I know some people talk about how yellow gold claws might reflect yellow into the stone, but we always say that it's very minimal. Like, it's not something that you have to necessarily worry too much about unless you're extremely color sensitive.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, yeah, otherwise it's totally fine. Like, I personally like a cohesive ring. I like everything to be one color, but again, it's just a personal preference.
Yeah. So do I. I'm a big fan of yellow gold, but I've seen some great two-tones come through. Like ideas of stuff that may not be on the website. It's a slight customization and it's a two-tone. I'm sitting there going, that looks fantastic. Like, that's a great... That client's made a fantastic choice on their design.
Yeah. Okay. So we don't... I'll ask this question, but we don't actually have stones of this caliber.
Yep.
But someone asked, how do you set a stone that is lower on Mohs scale without scratching it? Now, we don't sell any stones that are below, I think it's below 9. Yeah, because we have lab sapphires and then we've just got our coloured diamonds, moissanite. They're all above a 9. So none of our stones would have this issue. But in general, jewellery terms, how would you set a soft stone?
You do everything in a very similar way, but you need to be unbelievably more delicate. So, like I've showed it in a few previous videos, every time I file the claws, the diamond is destroying my file. So it will blunt my file, it'll shave off bits of it.
Is that the same with moissanite and sapphires?
Yes, sapphires, you just need to be a little bit more mindful of. You can.
Sapphires are a 9 on most scales.
Yeah,
so.
like they're great, no stress.
Yeah.
But you start to you train yourself to be a little bit more careful. Yeah. When you get to a lot softer stones, every movement needs to be calculated and every tool has to be chosen really well. Yeah. Because if you slip, you'll scratch, you'll chip, you'll smash. Like it won't be what you want it to be, and it's really difficult to go back. Like you can't go backwards. Yeah. So it's a lot of care, and a lot of practice. Yeah. A lot of practice to make sure that you're confident, because you don't really get a second go. Yeah.
Also, I think this was the same person as before. They said thoughts on 4 versus 6 prongs on a marquee. What is this one for?
This is 4. Yeah. This is 4. I quite like 4 on a marquee. Yeah. Again, it's not wrong to do 6. I personally like 4. Yeah. Because I like it's a thin, elongated stone.
I like the 6.
Like I said, personal preference. Yeah. I'll tell you why I like it, and you tell me why you like 6. Okay. I like 4 because it's a thinner, elongated stone. Yeah. Too much claw for me is taking away from the marquee. Yeah. Right. Personally, however, like I said, 6 isn't wrong. Yeah. It's wrong to me. No, it's
yeah. I think for me with marquees, I don't know. I just like the look. It kind of makes it almost look like a flower or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that.
Where it's like you've got all those 2 extra claws on either side.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Like I said, it's not wrong, and I've seen them, and I'm like, wow, that looks awesome. You know, like that's a really great
Yeah.
stone.
I think I also like the placement of the claws better on a 6,
Yep.
just because instead of the two side ones being centered, they're obviously split into two, and then I don't know, you're getting the middle of the stone is free
Yeah,
from
absolutely.
a claw.
Absolutely. It's a lot of personal preference. Like
Yeah.
a lot of all the options we have are all for personal preference
Yeah.
because they're all good options.
Yeah.
And that's a large part of why we offer them as well.
Yeah. Okay, how did you get to where you are now, your career journey?
In the shortest way possible, I spent 3 years at university, studying jewelry history and design, and then I worked, found myself a little bit of an internship, and I worked for free for a long time to try and really prove a point that I was a worthy candidate that I should be employed, and I was really passionate about jewellery and was willing to learn, and then I was able to start working there, and from then till now there was a bit of time, but it's a lot of time sitting at the bench and a lot of hours practicing, practice, because it's that 10,000 hours to master something is very true.
Yeah.
For jewellery. It's
right.
very minute, very high detail, concentration kind of job. So in the shortest way possible, that's how I got here. And it's also a ever growing, ever learning job.
Yeah.
You don't know everything at 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. It's always, things are moving, trends are changing, techniques are changing. So it's all about being adaptable and willing to learn as time goes on.
Yeah.
From as many different people as you can.
Love it. Okay. Should your wedding band be the same size as your engagement ring? That's a good question because I'd say the answer, it depends. I would always recommend getting resized, getting your finger resized for your wedding ring, just because, it may be slightly different to your engagement ring. Like you may want it slightly bigger or slightly smaller. Typically, if it's a different size, you're going slightly bigger. Just because when you've got 2 rings stacked up against each other, they will fit slightly more tightly. And if you're going a thicker band as well to your engagement ring, that will also fit more snug on the finger.
Yeah, especially if you've got 2 thicker rings.
Yeah.
It's worth, if you're coming in to organise your wedding bands, it doesn't hurt to check the size.
Yeah.
What's it going to look like with 2 thick rings stacked together? Even 2 thin rings. What's it look like? What does it feel like? Do I need a little bit extra room? Am I comfortable? All that kind of stuff. Because, and the best way to do it is to just try it on. Try them on and see how it feels, because a lot of it is how it feels on you as the individual.
Yeah. All right, we've got a question from TikTok again. Okay, so this is another question I'll say it, but would platinum prongs with 14K rose gold be safe for the stone? We don't work with 14 karat gold for a couple reasons. One, do you want to talk about the qualities of 14K?
Yeah. Do you want me to talk about it?
Yeah.
Sure. 14 is it's very common overseas, very common in America and the Canada, I'm gonna guess.
Yeah.
Which is okay. That's cool. We prefer to work with 18 here. It's a bit more expensive, but we find for us it's a lot more malleable.
Yeah. Which is a good thing.
Yeah, malleable as in it's workable, but firm enough that it's durable for wear.
Yes.
I have found that 14 can be a little bit brittle. Can be based on the alloy, and we don't use it a lot here. We prefer to use 18. It's a lot.
Yeah, in Australia. 18 is the Australian jewelry standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really nice metal to work with.
Yeah.
And that's we really want to align with that.
Yeah.
Great color, great look, great durability.
Yeah.
It's workable in the workshop, but great for the client. So that's where we prefer to go. But in terms of a rose gold, I'll just go back to your question as a whole. Rose gold with a platinum setting, great. Yeah. Absolutely great. Like that's a really nice combination.
Yeah.
You get nice white claws for your stone, makes it look a little bit bigger. You get a nice bling. I think it's great. Absolutely great.
Oh, okay. Since Aubrey has double claws, do you think it makes the diamond more secure? I think, naturally, because you've got more metal there, it's going to be maybe slightly more secure, but that doesn't mean that it's not secure with just a single claw, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, like, we ensure that, just the single claw is extremely secure for your diamond, with, like, just our craftsmanship and the way we approach setting our stones, which we'll have a series coming out on that soon. Just purely because there's more metal.
Yeah, it is a little bit, and it becomes a lot more about an aesthetic choice.
Yes, yeah.
Single claws are okay, no problem. With marquees, you can get 2 V claws on the end.
Yeah.
Because it's a nice thin elongated. You can problem. You can do that. Depends on the stone. Aubrey is a cushion.
Elongated cushion.
I think so.
It's either an oval or an elongated cushion.
You can either way.
Yeah.
Singles are okay, but if you like the aesthetic of double, you do get a little bit of additional security because you got more metal, but it's majorly an aesthetic choice. Even when you go triple claw, it's the same. It's a lot about the aesthetic.
Okay, another question. We've got how many hours or days does it take to make a ring? Or how long? Well, the setting that you do here.
Yeah, it varies. So it takes time. The whole process takes time for the CAD, for for the design, the CAD, the client to approve the CAD, and then once that gets going, then it's
for a custom ring, that is.
For a custom, so that's a bit of extra time because it takes a bit of time to get that right, especially if a customer has an idea in their mind. It might take a few versions to actualize that in a design, which is okay. And then you need to do the CAD for it, whether it's custom or not. Then goes into the casting process. That's a few days in itself, because there needs to be some cool off times and setting times for investment, and that process takes time. And then the setting and the cleanup is another day or two as well. So, but you may say, but that might only equal a week. That's okay for one ring, but with the amount of rings we're doing, that's how we get, when you're doing that on a scale and you're trying to get through as many as possible, that's how we end up at, where can take weeks because you need to move at different angles and diamonds to arrive, and it takes time to coordinate a lot of moving pieces.
Yeah. All right, cool. That was a good question.
A great question.
What else we got? Oh, someone's asking about San Fran location. Not yet. It's not open yet, but I promise we'll have more information for you soon. But I'm still just not allowed to say anything about that. But it is soon, I promise.
Julia,
and I know we've been saying that for a while.
Julia can't say. I don't even know. That's how top secret is. I don't even have any idea.
When?
No idea. Not when, not where, not how, not why. So on a big need to know.
Yes. Where are you based? We're both based in our Melbourne showroom.
Yes.
But we also have showrooms in Sydney, Brisbane, Perth, Adelaide, Melbourne, Auckland. I'll just have to.
Right.
We've got 6 so far.
Wait, isn't it 7?
6. Did I say them all? Yes.
Sydney, Brisbane, Melbourne, Perth,
Adelaide,
Auckland. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. I can't count.
We've got 6 showrooms so far, and we're very close to opening a few more overseas. So we've got London, San Fran, and Toronto. Really? I've been told it's Toronto, not Toronto.
Oh, okay. Sure.
They're opening very, very soon, which I will be able to say soon as well, when we actually are authorized to give away the opening date.
Well, if it makes
But very
everyone else
exciting.
feel better, I still don't know that when or where. And I work here. I'm here all the time. I almost live here. So
You don't know.
don't feel bad that you don't know, because I'm not sure yet either.
Yeah. All right. What else do we want to know? Oh, someone's asking about the ring you proposed with, and
Yes.
because you made it.
Yes.
Do you want to talk
Oh,
about
sorry.
it?
I thought there might be a follow-on. Yes, sorry. I will. Yes, that ring
Yeah.
was a custom version of
Jane?
Hillary.
Hillary. Oh, okay, yeah. It had a cathedral setting.
Yes.
Radiant center stone,
Yes.
cathedral setting,
Hidden halo.
hidden halo.
Yeah, Hillary.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not Liberty, it's Hillary.
Yeah.
It's a custom version of that,
Mm-hmm.
which, yeah, once I had the diamond, which took a long time, that also took a long time for me to get my CAD design right and be happy with that. And then once I finally got over that hurdle, I then spent a lot of extra time doing the cleanup. And the worst is when you do jewelry for yourself or someone you know, all your jewelry skills go in the bin. You forget everything because you panic because you think you don't know what you're doing.
Oh.
However, you do, but you're just so stressed.
Yeah.
And it's
Because
not
you
great.
want it to be perfect.
Correct. So it took probably double the amount of time that anyone else's job would have done for the same result because
Yeah.
of just so much
Stress.
pressure and stress. But yeah, no, it did come out really good. But yeah,
Yeah.
it is a custom version of Hillary, which I really liked. I'm really a big fan of those cathedral shoulders. I think that's a really nice
Yeah.
way to
I like those too.
offer some security. You know, get a really nice cohesive design. And I think it's just fun.
Yeah. Can you order a ring online without an appointment? I absolutely love your rings, but I'm all the way in Canada. Yes, absolutely. You can order straight through our website, or you can feel free to send us an email, and our sales team can talk you through the whole process via email if you need any help with anything at all. Otherwise, yeah, you literally can just go on our website, pick your setting, pick your diamond, and yeah, that's it. We offer worldwide insured shipping, so your ring will be nice and safe. Touch wood, we've never lost a ring.
Pretty good. But I can
But
also
just in case.
yes. You can also throw a
They are
spanner
all
in the works and say you
insured.
can organise a virtual appointment.
Oh yes, there is also virtual
So
appointment.
you may not be able to come in, but
Yes.
you're able to have
Yeah.
a meeting with
Yes.
one of our sales consultants, and
Yes.
they can run you through the whole thing
Yeah.
as well. If you would like that, if not, that's okay.
Yeah.
You can contact via email. That's not a problem. There's a lot of options, but the best advice is just get in touch and see how much help you would like or you need or anything like that.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, someone said, I really appreciate watching you setting, Christian. I received
Thank
an
you.
email today that my ring is at the polish step. Can't
Whoa.
wait. I will appreciate it so much knowing that you put in a lot of effort.
Awesome. Thank you very much. That's really greatly appreciated. We do put in a lot of effort and we do care a lot.
Yeah.
Like an unbelievable amount. And most of us in the workshop go home and we think about jewellery. We live, breathe, eat jewellery.
Yes.
A lot of us are still sending messages late at night
Yeah.
of jewellery videos on, should we try this at work tomorrow?
Yeah.
It's a great idea. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's really good that...
Everything revolves around jewelry.
Yeah, always.
The
So I'm really glad
conversation.
that really
Yeah.
translates
Yeah.
to you guys,
Yeah.
everyone that gets a
You
ring.
can see the passion
Yeah, I'm really glad.
coming through. What do we know what size this stone is?
A 185, in the vicinity of a 1.85 carat, I think,
1.85 carat, somewhere around
roughly, because I threw the packet out, I don't remember off the top
Yeah.
of my head, but something like that.
Someone said my fingers are very small and tiny. Do you guys make US ring size 2.75? We sure do. We can pretty much make any ring size. I've heard a few horror stories from other jewelers literally rejecting people because of the finger size not being within a certain range. And I was like, that's absurd. We do all ring sizes.
Not that anyone asked, but I will tell you a quick story
Okay.
about this.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
we had a ring this morning that was an
Yeah.
F and a half, and I was
Okay.
like, wow, like I can't even get that on my small finger. I got
Yeah.
these nice big sausage finger hands. But in the past, I did
Yeah.
do a ring for a gentleman. It was his
Yeah.
50th wedding present.
Okay, yeah.
His finger size was a Z+8.
Oh, wow.
So that didn't actually fit on our mandrel. I had to
okay.
use a bangle mandrel to make
Yeah.
bangles.
Yeah.
Because it was so big.
Yeah, right. So we
So
can do
we can do
We
anything.
can do it all.
When there's a will, there's a way.
There's a way. What else we got? Do you do cleanings for your customers? Yes, we do. So we've got two options when it comes to ring cleaning. You can book an appointment at any of our showrooms and come in for an ultrasonic clean. This takes no more than 10 minutes. You can just sit on our couches, wait for your ring, it'll be done right on the spot then and there. Otherwise, if you want a more kind of, not necessarily a deeper clean because the cleaning part is the same, but you'd also get a clean and a polish, which is where you'd actually have to leave your ring with us. And the jewelers will give it a proper polish and then do the cleaning process as well. So yeah, we offer both. It depends if you just want a super quick clean, deep clean in the ultrasonic and the steamer, or if you actually want to polish the ring as well, then you'd have to leave it with us.
Yeah, and I'd highly recommend if you've got your engagement ring, you're picking up your wedding bands, and that's all great, and you're approaching your wedding, just before 4, 6, 8 weeks, something like that, it is a great idea to submit it for just a clean and polish as well. Even if you get a standard clean and polish, just to give it that nice freshen up for your wedding. I know photographers love taking ring shots.
Yeah.
So, it's a great idea just to come in, get it clean and polished 1 month, 2 months before. And even if you book your appointment, you can come the week of, get it cleaned in the ultrasonic, 10 minutes, off you go, you're nice and clean, ready to go for your wedding.
Sparkling clean.
Great idea.
And that's usually just build up of like dirt and oils.
Yeah.
Just stuff that's from daily wear. It's not permanent or anything. It's just, like a film on the top, which, you can just put in the ultrasonic. If you can't get to us, if you live in a location where we don't have a showroom, you can also just, with a bit of gentle dishwashing liquid, a soft toothbrush so you don't scratch your metal. Oh.
Sorry, guys. Be really fast. Hang on.
Gentle dish soap, a soft toothbrush, warm water, and just give it a scrub. And this will also just get that film off your ring if you want it to twinkle again.
That's right. I hope everybody saw how satisfying that was.
No, I wasn't watching.
It came off in one piece and
Yeah.
it never does that. So I'm really glad it did that for the camera.
Okay. Have a green moissanite engagement ring from you guys, and it's so beautiful. I love the green moissanite.
It's a nice color.
I don't see it that often. Not enough people, I feel like, get it, and I really like. It's a really stunning color.
It is. It's actually very nice.
Are you guys in Melbourne? We sure are. So we're based, Christian's based in our Melbourne showroom. This is where we are right now. I'm in our marketing office, which is also in Melbourne. But yeah, like we said before, we've got 6 showrooms in total at the moment, all around Australia, as well as in Auckland. My ring should be completed next week. So excited.
Ooh.
Yeah, we hope you love it. All right. Oh, just joined. How often should I clean my rings? That is purely personal preference. Because it's going to be very dependent on lifestyle and how often you feel the need to clean your rings. In terms of a deep ultrasonic clean, I don't know, like once or twice a year if you want. You can come back once a month if you want. But like in terms of needing it, or, maybe, once or twice a year in the ultrasonic to give it that really deep clean. Otherwise, literally as often as you feel it needs it at home.
More stories that no one asked for. I've seen rings that have never been cleaned 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
And people are like, oh no, it looks great. It looks as good as the day I got it. And I look down and think, there's 10 years of dirt
under the
that.
microscope, it's wild. We have to film one time just to show you like what it looks like.
Yeah, we've seen. Yeah, there's some horror stories, and I'm not sure I'm ready to tell them yet. But there are some. So I've seen people that don't clean it. Oh no, it still looks amazing. Okay, great. If you're happy, no problem. If you want to clean it once a month because you're like, every speck of dirt bothers me.
Yeah.
No problem.
It's personal preference.
Absolutely.
Tell us a horror story. I feel like some of the worst ones I've seen come through here have been hairdressers, because hair gets caught in the setting.
The worst. I'll tell you one. This is not from here. This is not has absolutely nothing to do with any Cullen Jewellery clients.
Yeah.
I was working somewhere else, and we had a woman come in with her ring.
Yeah.
And she'd been really unwell, and her fingers had swollen, and it was, I don't know, they weren't sure what was going on, and she got sick.
Yeah.
And she was meant to come in for an appointment for something, and
Yeah.
she had to cancel because she was not well. And she had to go to the doctor. She got antibiotics. They couldn't work out what was wrong. And then, all good. She finished antibiotics and then got sick again and was the same. They said, I think you have salmonella poisoning. And they couldn't work out what was going on.
Yeah.
Went to hospital. Her fingers got swollen. They had to go to hospital. They cut the ring off. They had to look under the ring, and it was growing mold.
On her finger?
From chicken.
No way.
Yep. So I
haven't heard that story.
Not an exaggeration. That did happen. It was quite.
What?
When that ring came in, there was a lot of acid and stuff that needed to clean that.
Yeah. But like what? So it was it digging into her finger?
No. So this particular lady had not taken her ring off when she was cooking.
Yeah.
And raw chicken had got into it, and it had just, as she's making food over time.
Oh, she was eating it.
So my moral of my
goodness.
unbelievable story is please take your rings off when you clean. When you cook. It's good for the life of the ring, so you keep it nice and clean, but it's also good for hygiene because
oh my
it's
gosh,
not great.
I thought you were going to say that it had like started digging into her finger
No.
and she hadn't noticed that it was like her finger was starting to get a bit like raw.
Nope.
And it was like seeping into her like skin.
Nope.
Damn.
Yeah. So just check, guys. Like, even clean at home, no problem. But take your rings off.
Yeah.
When you're cooking, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
But that's one of my horror stories, and I'm sure that there's other people in the workshop that'll have even more gruesome, more ridiculous horror stories that I believe, because people love their rings, and I love my jewelry. I wear it all the time and that kind of stuff, but you just got to know when to take it off. It's not because you don't love it, not because you don't love your partner. It's because you don't want salmonella.
No, we don't. We don't want that.
Absolutely not.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Okay. Someone else asked, just joined from my FYP. Can you tell me more about your brand? Sure thing. In a very quick summary, we specialize in lab-grown stones. We make engagement rings. So we specialize in lab-grown diamonds, moissanite, which is also lab-grown, as well as lab-grown sapphires. We specialize in custom rings, but we also have a very wide selection of our, signature rings on our website that you can shop from. And we really value our client experience. We put a lot of importance on that, as well as the quality of our products. I think they're probably the two biggest things as a brand we like to focus on.
Yep. If you have anything, if you're interested, you have any questions, reach out.
Yes.
We love people. We love clients. We love potential clients. We have people that love the brand.
Yep.
From a little bit to I would get the logo tattooed on my arm. I don't know, whatever. But we have a big passion for everybody. So if you have any questions, you're interested, get in touch. Get in touch and we can work out how you can connect with the brand as well.
Yeah. Okay. I can see on your website only has the one band thickness for a particular engagement ring. I'm looking to look into thicker band options. Is it best to book an in-person consult? It's really up to you. You can either do it via email and just talk through the process with one of our sales associates. Can't speak. I'm struggling. You can either talk over email with one of our sales associates, and you can do it that way, or you can book a consult, whether it's virtual or you can come into one of our showrooms. Absolutely. But that is a very straightforward customization you can make to your any ring on our website.
Absolutely.
We will. I got that one out in the end.
If anyone has any last minute questions, we will answer them now. This ring is finished, by the way, if anyone is interested. So that's come out really nice, I think. Yeah. So we'll take that to the polishing. Take this to our good friend Nilesh, who's going to polish it for us.
Someone just
Sorry,
said,
I was reading a comment as well while I was trying to speak.
I knew there was a reason other than loving a sparkly diamond that I clean my rings every night.
That is like the most.
No salmonella.
That is the greatest discipline. Some people go to the gym. Some people do push-ups. Some people drink 3 liters of water. You clean your ring every night. That's great. It's actually really great.
Can you guys do a yellow marquee diamond? We sure do. Under our coloured lab diamonds.
We do.
On our website, you can shop our full range.
Yes, I think I have one.
Coloured stones.
I think I have one for a showroom that we're waiting to sell.
Yes.
Maybe.
Mine has come through before and it was gorgeous.
Yes. Yeah, it was.
Stunning.
If I can find another one, I will. We'll do a live for it, which will get posted
Yeah.
to our feed if you missed the live.
Yeah.
And you can definitely have a look at that one.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Yeah. Should we do one last question?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Should you keep the ring in the box or in a dust bag? That's a good one. It's like aftercare
Yep.
sort of
My
stuff.
personal preference. You may be different, and everyone else might have a different. I personally would keep it in either the box
Yep.
or a felt case, like a jewelry case where you just rest it in there.
As in something hard around it.
Yeah,
Some
yeah,
form of
absolutely.
box,
It's I like the box because
Yeah.
it's very easy to identify the box. If you put it in a pouch or a dust bag, that thing can move around and it's really flexible and it just off your side table one night and you don't realize, and in the morning it's pandemonium. I personally prefer the box.
Yep.
Or some people like to use like a little dish, like
That's
a
also
little wooden dish next to their bed.
Yep.
That's great too. I actually put my like a chain and stuff. I put that in a dish.
Yep.
Just so I know where I put it every night.
Yeah.
But that's just a personal preference.
Yeah. I think I kind of prefer something along those lines as well. Something with a hard shell of some sort, just because I feel like it's just more protective of the ring, so you don't get accidentally like put something on top of it, or
Yeah, I think the box is good because you know the box is there.
Yeah.
So like you can see the box. Great, no problem. It's great green. It's a beautiful green color. You're not missing it.
Yeah.
And even like a dish, you can see it on the dish.
Yeah.
Personally, but a dust bag's okay. If you like a dust bag, you're like, I put in my dust bag, put in my drawer. Great.
Yeah.
No problem.
Amazing. Okay,
Awesome.
I think that brings us to the end of the live this week. Thanks so much for joining, and we had some really great questions coming through as well. Like, we didn't even get to all of them, but maybe we can make this a weekly thing.
Yeah.
Or bi-weekly.
Yeah.
Because we've had some fun.
Yeah, he's great.
Normally I'm by myself doing the live. Which,
and I normally do my live by myself.
It was also very fun for me because I get to do all the ring sets, but this is also fun.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's great. It's a really good time. We appreciate the engagement. Appreciate all the comments.
Yeah,
the likes, the shares, the everything. And if you're having a good time, which it looks like we all are, we will make it a bit more regular. I think. Awesome. Thanks, everybody. All right.
Bye.